Welcome everyone to the Bosskey Podcast. This is episode 16, if I'm not mistaken. I am your co-host.
Yes, I think you're good.
I am your co-host, McQuack306, joined as always by Jesse. What's up, Jesse?
Hey, JBG, Jeff Fergoso here, everybody. I am doing good. How are you doing, Big McQuack?
I've been doing good, man. I've been, doing the usual adult stuff, which is work and bills and stuff like that. But uh, the little chance that I get, the hour, 2, 3 hours that I get every night, um, I'm just gonna start it off. I've been playing Halo Infinite beta, which Microsoft so graciously released early for their 20th anniversary celebration for Xbox, and I'm having a blast. It's all I've been playing. I put 1, 2, 3 hours a day, as possible. I even woke up early one day just so that I can play 30 minutes for a match before work. That's how much I've been enjoying it. How about you, man?
I have also been doing the same. The only game I've been playing all this week is Halo Infinite Beta. Oh my goodness, I downloaded it immediately on Monday evening, the moment that I heard everything was out. And my goodness, is it a blast. It's been the only thing that I keep coming back to at every moment. It's the thing that I'm always trying to jump on no matter what now. And a shooter hasn't done that for me in a long time. Besides Doom, of course, which I've always talked about, but Halo is just back. That's what I'm thinking right here. Halo is back.
Yeah.
we just had the Xbox episode, and we were just talking about the gaming memories with Halo and everything. This is like one of those things where you just hear the sounds again of a familiar friend or a familiar face that comes in again, and it just feels amazing. The multiplayer aspects so far, I have been loving it. I believe I have about 5 hours in total, intermittent with some classes and work myself. But I've been trying to jump on every moment, quick playing, and I just find every little moment. I've even had moments where I would play. I would stop for a second because I need to look something up. I need to check an email, but all of a sudden my finger just wants to go over and play more Halo again. It did that again. It's back. Halo, you got me in your grasp again.
Yeah, I have about looking up my time right now. I have about 10 hours of the Infinite beta, and I've seen other people post their time in, but 10 hours for me within a week, within a work week of 5 days, that's a lot. That means that I'm putting in some work into this game, because normally I could play 2, 3 different games, depending on my mood, depending on if it's not grabbing me. I'll be like, okay, I'll play one chapter, or I'll play a match or two. But
Yep.
Halo it's like you said, it's back. It's I haven't played Halo like pretty much like hardcore since Reach. Reach was the last one that I did,
Yeah.
like every night. I work, I went to my classes, and then I'd play Halo for like 5 hours. Um,
Dang. The
the
last hardcore Halo I played was Halo 4.
Halo 4, okay.
Because I would like to say I played quite a bit of 5 with my Xbox One. But that was where, for me, Halo was kind of going iffy. I would say, like, oh, it's okay. Like, now it's just kind of similar to other shooting games at the time when they were coming out, because they were trying to like integrate it more with what the people were playing at the time, like
Yeah.
Call of Duty or Battlefield, where they introduced like the sprinting mechanic. Or correct me if I'm wrong, sprinting mechanic was also in 4, correct? Or no? That was in
Yeah,
5.
I think it started in 4. Oh,
Okay,
actually, no.
no, it was in 5, right?
I want to say it started in Reach, because it was an
It was a
armor.
boost. It was a boost. It
Yeah,
was a boost at that time.
it was like a boost or something like that. Yeah, I think they started maybe implementing with a boost or running mechanic, because I just remember having it as one of the armor like
Mm-hmm.
defaults. Like you could have a jetpack, you could have like
Right.
the armor lock. I thought one of them was the running, but yeah, maybe Reach or number 4. but definitely
Okay.
before it wasn't introduced in
It
5.
wasn't introduced in 5. Okay, so but they were making the arenas different in 5 as well. They were making them more like smaller and like more esport like instead of like
Yeah.
a huge gigantic maps. But 4 from the 360 was the one where I spent a lot of the time again with multiplayer. 3 is the one I spent the most time on Xbox Live, and
Okay.
then 1 and 2 were the ones I spent the most time with LAN.
Yeah.
Um, but right now with Halo coming back and how everything has been going with the gameplay and the sounds and the actual actions, and you're not dying within 3 seconds of spawning like Call of Duty, like one of the or any of those other games. It's like yes, I know it takes skill to play all these FPSs, but at least to me in Halo, it actually feels like a battle if you're still trying to make a battle happen.
Yeah, it doesn't mean like necessarily that if somebody sees you, you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
Within 2 seconds, you still have a fighting chance, and depending on where you're at in the battle, like
Mm-hmm.
in the map, there's a lot of areas where you can, quote unquote, escape, but really
Mm-hmm.
just move yourself in a position where okay, I know where the shots are coming from. Now it's gonna be a one-on-one fight. Now it's gonna be
Yes.
okay. Are you really better than me? Type of thing.
Yep.
I'm really liking the map layout. I think you mentioned that too. Just on how they made it.
Mm-hmm.
I played one match of Big Team Battle, um, and I've just been playing quick play. I tried 2 3 matches of ranked, and I'm loving the ranked. I thought I was gonna be kind of nervous, like damn, I haven't played this in years, but with no map, it kind of makes you more detailed on your surroundings and your positioning within that map, as opposed to just
Okay.
seeing a red dot and being, oh, that's where the enemy is at. I'm gonna go there, or I'm gonna go
Mm-hmm.
over there. No, with this one, you're now more aware of the map itself, of the corridors and stuff like that.
Wow.
So I
Okay.
really like that, and the balancing of the weapons in that area is really good. But still, overall,
Makes
I
sense.
think you mentioned it earlier before the show started. Oddball, I love Oddball too. I just
Oh my
love Oddball, man.
gosh. That was the map that popped up for me the most out of all the Oddball just kept popping up and up and up during the all I've been playing is the quick play, the match playing. I
Yeah,
haven't done ranked or big or I haven't done the big battle just yet. I've only done just the regular. I haven't done ranked either, but now I'm actually really excited to start ranked now that you just talked about it right now. Ranked seems like it's going to be fun again. Yes, don't be scared to go into ranked. Just go and see how you do and do your best, and that's all you can ask for. Get better if it's not good at first. I know, like that's all I can say on ranked. Um, just work at it. But I was really doing not well in the beginning when I first started playing Halo again because my God, I was rusty.
hmm
But Oddball and Team Slayer just does not come up as often on the matchmaking. But what most interesting, I started playing last night again, and it's somehow like by like divine destiny. Oh, now Team Slayer comes out like 3 or 4 times. I was like, oh, maybe someone heard me at 343. I'm gonna check my phone to make sure it's not bugged because obviously they heard me and they put it more. But do I love Oddball? Yeah, like Oddball, we have the ball, and like enemies
we
drop the
have the
ball.
ball.
We have the ball. We lost the ball. And holding on to that skull and then getting that smack on someone when you have the
Yes.
skull in your hand. It's like just get out of my face. And that's so far been the favorite. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong. Stronghold is the name of the
Correct.
three controlling points. I hate that one. I don't like that one that much. That's the one, but it always gives me that one. And the moment I see it, I'm all like, here we go again, because now we have to do the objective again of holding on to the 3 points. And people, when you're playing this game, please do the objective. Do what you have to do to win. Win the game. Like, if it says stronghold, control the points. Or if it's oddball, I have the ball. Don't run away from me. Run with me. Run with me, or look out for my back. Like, and then the same with like capture the flag. They're running in like other directions because everyone has that Rambo mentality. I have to get all the KDs right here.
The
Do that
lone
in team
wolf.
deathmatch. Yeah, there you go. Everyone wants to like lone wolf it, and everyone, please do the objective because we're all trying to win here. I mean, I know we don't have custom selection of our lists just yet. We just pick Team Slayer to death because that's gonna happen, and you can start picking things. Everyone's just gonna be on Team Slayer. Everyone and their mother's gonna be on Team Slayer the whole time, so everyone can just do their thing. Which, hey, if that's how you want to roll, that's how you want to roll. But if we're playing oddball or capture the flag, defend me, help me out, get to the location. That's how we get points. But it's not a huge rap. Everyone just has their differences, but I think you and me agreed on that. Like, please do your objective.
Yeah, for me, Halo Infinite, in terms of the beta that we've played, the multiplayer, the gameplay, everything is like on fire. Everything's on point. Everything is like, I see it and I'm like, hey, would I be happy playing this for the next 2 years? And
Yes.
even that is very short sighted or short thinking because they're trying to make this into a very long prolonged time. Like, don't even think about the next Halo game because that's just a long, maybe another generation from now. But in terms of gameplay, I have no complaints, nothing like that. But um, it is a free to play game, so with that, it does bring in, some negatives in terms of the battle pass progression and the cosmetics and stuff like that. So I mean, prior titles, pretty much everything was unlockable by playing. You just play the game and it's unlocked. As you progress through the levels. In this case, it is a free to play game, so they do need to make money off of the game somehow, and I think they are gonna change the progression. I mean, they already started doing that. Before you wouldn't. It would take like I think 3 hours it took me or 2 hours just to level up once because of the different, um, you know, progression unlocks. You have to kill 5 enemies in Slayer, but you're giving me oddball, and then it would be like kill one Spartan using the Ravager, and I'm like, which one's the Ravager? And I'm all looking through. I had to play a bot mode through different levels to keep looking for that Ravager, and then once I find it, I'm like, oh, this is it. So I went into regular multiplayer. I'm like, okay, looking for it. Oh, okay, this is where it's at, and I got the unlock. But uh, it just takes a little bit to progress. But I think there is some balancing to it because in other games, from level 1 to level 2, I think it takes about, let's say, on average, let's say on a regular random game, 200 XP, right? But on that same game, if you want to go from level 29 to level 30, it now takes you 3,000 XP, right?
Ooh,
With this, it's always 1,000. It's always 1,000 XP from level 1 to 2 or level 99 to 100. It's always 1,000, which I think it is pretty good in the long run. Not so much in the beginning, but in the long run, I think we'll start appreciating, like, damn, it's a good thing that it's always 1,000 and not progressively more to level up to the next one. I think that part I do like, but they did start adding. They did tweak it. Now every match you always get a 50 uh, experience points, no matter what, whether you win, lose, or didn't even unlock any of the objectives. You do get experience towards your battle pass.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but like before they released the new patch, before they released the new thing with the battle pass, back then you had to complete the objectives to actually just get experience. So basically, if you played and you didn't complete anything, well, you just wasted 30, 40 some minutes of whatever match you just did, and it's like you didn't get any experience. That's demoralizing. That's not good. That's not good at all.
It sucks too because you get those double XP. Like, you can use the double XP, but that's meaningless if you don't unlock anything. If your objective is complete 3 matches for 100 credits,
Mhm.
you can get maximum 200 with a double, but you have to use that double XP correctly because it's only lasting you 30 minutes.
Right. you
So
know.
if you're in that situation, okay, oh, now I just played 2 matches. I only need one more match. Okay, now I'll activate it because for sure I'm gonna get the XP. It's so weird. I really feel like they need to split the progression. I think there should be a battle pass progression and a
Yeah.
separate Spartan progression. Like when you go into ranked, I know they have like the diamond and gold, bronze,
Mhm.
but I think it would be better if you see, someone diamond, but they're level 58 after, leveling up again 3 times. I don't know if you're familiar with Gears of War, but Gears
Mhm.
of War has a similar ranking system where you
Mhm.
can go from bronze, silver, gold, onyx. Onyx is like
Yeah.
the highest
Onyx is the
one,
top one, right? Yeah.
and I think they have it here on Halo Infinite as well. But you also have the levels.
Mhm.
Somebody could be rank 4, level 50, meaning
Right.
they reached level 100 4 times, and now they're on the 53rd level. I think they need something like that, just something to separate. Oh, I'm battle pass level 29. I'm like, that
Yeah.
says nothing to me.
That sounds like prestige modes
Yeah,
in Call of Duty. Yeah,
yeah.
like the like when you get like when you max out a level, you get a prestige, and then you can start over, and then it's just
You start
another prestige level.
over.
You get it
Yeah,
again.
you start over, but you get like a new calling title card or something like that. Like that would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
Like, oh damn, that guy has a black visor. That means he's like he maxed out 10 times or something like that. I don't know,
it
something
will.
to
I think
differentiate
this
everyone.
is this is still the beta, so I think they still
True.
have a lot to work with. They still have a ton to work with, and again, remember they released it 3 weeks early. They released it. They released this beta really early. They really wanted to coincide with the 20th anniversary of Xbox, which again I felt was a great move. I love
I
that.
think this was the best move because
That was the best.
majority of people are going to be enjoying the multiplayer, right? Right now,
Yeah.
call it a beta, do all the tweaks like they've been doing. I'd rather have them do the tweaks now before the official launch than it's December 8th and we're all like, "Hey, why is the progression so slow?" Like at least so much they can do within the 3 weeks before December
Yep.
8th. And then it's the holiday season. What am I going to be doing Thanksgiving night? Halo. Most
Halo.
after turkey, after I've done my family meets and stuff like that. I'm like, okay,
Matt.
it's 1 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing Black Friday. I'm right here playing Halo. I'm good.
Yeah. I'm good. You're like I'm good. I'm for real. This game has taken my attention so far away from other games. It's insane. Like anyone who's had like a backlog or anything, good luck. You're gonna hop on Halo again. You're gonna be like, yeah, I want
Yeah,
to keep playing this over and over again. It's the meme was sent out like so long ago. You know that that girlfriend with the guy, but the guy's looking at the other girl from the other side. Perfect meme I already saw of the other girl walking is Halo, and then the girlfriend, the angry girlfriend, is Call of Duty and Battlefield people. It's like, hey, I mean, what do you mean? But it's like, but baby, it's like Halo. Like Halo is back. And oh my goodness! And guess what? I
mm.
bet you all the FPSs are gonna start lowering their price. Hey, come with us. Or hey, Vanguard is like free on the weekend. I think I
I
saw
saw
that. It's
that.
like,
Yeah.
oh, or someone's a little scared now, are we? Someone's a little like, hey guys, we try Vanguard. Like, look, this game is so much better. Like, I'm just saying.
What's crazy is that I did tweet this out that earlier this year we were worried about Halo Infinite. A lot of people were worried about Halo Infinite because of the first showing. That first showing was really bad.
Mhm.
A lot of people were downplaying. They're like, "No, it looks good. I like what they're going with it. I like the game." I'm like, "It looks bad. I'm sorry, but it may be there in terms of a gameplay in the most basic form, but it didn't look polished like what we were expecting from Halo. And a whole year did so much for the developers in terms
Yeah.
of just making it look how it looks now. But it's weird that we were worried about Halo and everybody was kind of like, well, it's Call of Duty. They release it every year, and Oh my God, Battlefield looks really good. I don't know about the $60 price tag on a multiplayer only game, but it looks really good. But then it turns around and just like Call of Duty, what?
Who that?
Battlefield.
What?
I'm good, and it's all about Halo because why? Because it's on PC and it's on Xbox and it's free to
Yep.
play.
Yep.
You don't need. There's no barrier after that. It's already solid. It's probably the most solid beta I've ever played. I mean, it's pretty much
Right?
done. I'm pretty sure it's just done. This is just testing out the mechanics of the battle pass progression and server loads and stuff like that. But um, this is the smoothest beta I've ever played. I can't remember another one that was this polished. Um, so I'm really happy what they're doing. Like I said, I haven't enjoyed a Halo multiplayer since Reach. Reach had that progression system that I love. That just there's objectives that you can do bonuses, but you just earn experience points every single time, and I'm loving it, man. I can't wait. I look at the battle pass and I'm like, damn, I want that skull. I want that skull on my
Yep.
helmet. Oh damn, flames on my head.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
this is just
And
like you said. This is just the beginning. And what I like is
this is
that
just the beginning.
the battle pass, or I guess this season is good until when is it? Is it
I have to double check on
March?
that.
I want to say it's until March or May, something like that. And it's pretty long. And not only that, but it doesn't expire. That's what I like. There's no FOMO, fear of missing out on this, because if you don't get to the finish, you can still unlock those later on if you like. Um, and I think they're going to be having their first event this coming week. At the time you're hearing this release on the 22nd, I believe. There's going to be a new event with new unlocks. So,
Okay.
yeah, they're doing an amazing job. 343 is really earning my trust
Yep.
with the franchise. I actually liked Halo 4. That's the last one
Mhm.
that I liked. I liked Halo
Yeah.
4 in terms of the single player campaign. I played a little bit of the Halo 5 multiplayer, and that was a lot better than the fourth one.
Mhm.
But it just wasn't I wasn't vibing with it. And in terms of the multiplayer, they're solid. I'm I'm really happy with it. Even with the battle pass progression, I understand it's a free to play game, so it's there. But the mechanics are rock solid. I can play this for the next 2 years and be okay with it.
Yeah. It's and the thing, like how you were just saying, like with Halo 5, it was just something about it wasn't vibing with you, it wasn't gelling, like you didn't want to like stay for whatever reason.
Mm.
For me, like the feeling that I get from Halo Infinite multiplayer, it's a nice combination of a bunch of Halos from the past. It actually does have like a little bit of everything. It has mechanics from which I hope is just natural progression overall with Halo in general.
Mm.
Like it has a lot of of like the Halo 5 feels with some of the arenas, but it still feels like playing like Halo 3 again. Like it feels it like it just feels amazing to play everything again. Like the sounds, the actions, the smacking, the battle rifle again. You know, my best feeling of the whole Halo series right now is being in the back of a warthog, being the gunner. And
Yeah.
it's just so amazing. And then when someone comes up and then drives you around and you're just mowing people down again, like they want someone to be the gunner. Some people want to be the rider. Some people want to be the gunner. Everyone has their preference. But my goodness, I remember doing it on one of the. Forgive me, I don't remember each map's name, but this is a one of the bigger maps with a grassy field. Um, one of the bigger maps, not big team battle big, but
Mm.
one of the bigger fields with the grassy field, and just being on the warthog in the back and just shooting everyone from there. It just felt like home again. It felt like 2001 again. It felt like 2000 and between 2001 and 2006, between Halo 1 and Halo 3, and all the armors again are looking amazing. The new grappling hook is actually pretty legit.
Yeah.
And I have seen people do some crazy stuff with it. I mean, you're swinging around like Spider-Man on this thing, but also the craziest things I've seen, which I've never done yet. I've seen people swing around like I saw this video. A guy gets his vehicle stolen. The guy grapple hooks himself to the stolen vehicle, gets jettisoned to the stolen vehicle, and then takes it back. It's like, whoa! I was like, this is some new age stuff going on right here. This is a whole new way to keep battling in Halo, and with everything that has been coming out, I have personally been playing the PC version of it because I'm waiting to get a new TV to play it on the Xbox so I can get 4K. But I've been playing it both. I've been playing it on the PC, and I've used both the controller and keyboard as options. They are both working phenomenal. They are both working just fine for whatever preference you have for gaming. I actually really am loving mouse looking with my PC version. It's just great, and the keyboard bindings again because I played a lot of PC myself, so that's why I probably have that comfort as well. But
Yeah.
I'm very ready to play couch co-op whenever that gets released, which I believe is March now. That's the one thing about Halo Infinite too. Like things are just getting pushed a little bit, but again, if it's gonna release a superstar level of quality and the game itself, like this beta has been doing, hey man, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. I'm ready. I will eat the cake when it's ready. Like to say like you don't have to rush me. I'm a good man of patience. I can live with a little patience.
Yeah. Yeah. Last thing I'm gonna say about this one, it's a great experience so far. It's a great multiplayer. Really happy with it. If you have a PC, if you have an Xbox, download it, try it out. It's free. It's free to play. It'll always be free to play on the multiplayer side, and just enjoying it. But
you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Sorry, I didn't mean to move on, but yes, you're gonna love it. But that's all right. Talos is too good. Okay, the one gripe I'll just put a mini gripe on. Man, the cost skins are so good. I want one of the skins that costs money. And then I went back and forth to see how much getting credits is, and I saw like 1,000 credits was like $10. I was like, oh, never mind. Like, someone want to buy me credits so I can have a cool skin? Can I have $10? But no, the custom skins, and again, like how we said before, the free to play needs to make their money somehow. They need to do it, but progression, getting Halo back. Halo's going to dominate the FPS genre for quite a while. So all the other places, peace out Fortnite, peace out Call of Duty, peace out Battlefield. Sorry guys, Big Daddy Halo is back. Master Chief is just on top of all of y'all right now. Master Chief is here to begin. And guess what else is coming with that? Xbox is gonna come up, be like, hello everyone, how you doing again? Xbox is gonna come in with a suit again, like, oh, this is so good, man. I love this game. I can't wait to put more hours after Thanksgiving and after during holiday break. I tell you, I'm gonna do my online shopping if I do any shopping. So guess what I'm doing in between online shopping, playing Halo.
That's not a bad way to spend it.
Mm-hmm. But also other things got announced for Xbox last Monday, as of recording this podcast.
Yes, Xbox had a huge celebration that we kind of were anticipating the Halo beta to be released, but there was also some hints that maybe some backwards compatibility titles were gonna be like updated somehow with frame boost and stuff like that, and it turned out it was correct because that's exactly what happened. Along with Halo being pretty much stealth launched for the multiplayer in the form of the beta, but they announced also more than like 70 games being added to the backwards compatible list.
76 to be in total.
76 games
76.
from the OG Xbox and the Xbox 360 now playable on the Xbox One and Xbox Series consoles.
Yep.
It's not even like cheap games, mind you. It's not like not all of them are gonna be these weird titles, but really good titles. What are some favorites that popped up at least for the backwards compatible titles? Because they also did some updates to the frames per second titles, but in terms of the backwards compatible titles that were newly added, what popped out for you?
My goodness. Well, it popped out for me, and it popped out from a lot of people at Twitter as well. I even tweeted after it when it released. Nearly the entire, or the majority of the backwards compatible Dead or Alive series is coming back, which is a fighting game franchise that I loved when I was younger. So, Dead or Alive Ultimate, Dead or Alive 3, and Dead or Alive 4 are all now going to be backwards compatible. As well as Mortal Kombat 2011, which is what's known as Mortal Kombat 9.
Yeah.
And also Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe is actually going to be backwards compatible now, too. The Fear series is also one that everyone keeps talking about, PC or Xbox version, and now all three of them, plus another game called Fear Files, is also going to be backwards compatible, and the Max Payne series is now coming to backwards compatibility.
That's the one I was really hyped up for.
The Max Payne one.
Max Payne, yeah.
Yeah, but those were the main ones that jumped to my head the moment it released with backwards compatibility again. 76 more games, more options. Oh, and I just noticed this right now. Beautiful Katamari is going to be backwards compatible now. Because if you played the original PS2 one, Katamari Damacy, that was a dang good game.
I've never played those.
Oh my god, you don't get a better feeling than rolling up the world in a ball. You don't get a better feeling than rolling things up in a ball and making it bigger and bigger. But yeah, and then for some really weird reason, I saw some tweets out there. They were saying like the 50 Cent Blood in the Sand game, Blood on the Sand, is a good game. I mean, it's not something that would jump into my head, but like it was backwards compatible, and I saw tweets going like, guys, like get this or something, buy it cheap now that it's backwards compatible. Like I was like, oh, okay, like I guess it's just one of those ones.
The price of that title jumped though. That thing's like reaching over $200 for a copy.
Whoa! No, well now you can't get it, man. That's too much.
The thing is that they had it on sale for a while, like multiple sales, but since it was never backwards compatible, the prices were always pretty low because it's like you had to have a 360 to play this game, this obscure game about a rapper, and I don't know where he's at, but it's I seen some gameplay recently and I'm like, oh damn, did I miss something? Because this actually looks pretty. It doesn't look like I'm about to enjoy this cinematic experience and stuff like that. It looks like just one of those fun games that's like goofy and you can't believe they just said something, and it looks pretty cool. But yeah, that thing is now going for well over triple digits on eBay and stuff like that. And the reason why it's also going that way is because you're not able to digitally download it. It's not available to download it off the store. So that one, I know Fear, the original Fear, is going up in price because it's also not available to digitally download. But
I believe it is on Steam.
Yeah, Steam, but not
on Steam you can, but not on Xbox.
Yeah, not on Xbox. At least the first one. I believe you can still download Fear 2, and maybe 3, but not the first one. But I'm very interested in the Max Payne series. I love Max Payne. I still have Max Payne on the Xbox, on the original Xbox, so I could pop up that one in. I'm interested in Nier as an RPG fan. And as well, I do have a sealed copy for some reason of Red Dead Revolver. for the
Ooh.
original Xbox. So
Mhm.
maybe open that one. I don't know, but also the ones that called out to me are the Star Wars games are now going to be
Yes.
playable, as well as the Time Splitters, or at least Time Splitters 2 and Time Splitters Future Perfect.
Correct.
Those two I'm really interested in finding a copy at my local game shop and playing them, because I think I only played the second one on PS2, and that was with my cousin who had it, but
Okay.
I never owned Time Splitters.
Never owned it. Okay. I've personally never played the Time Splitter series. What's that game about?
I I think I only played multiplayer. It's basically going into like different portals, I guess, or future and stuff like that. It's very
Oh, okay.
futuristic looking, very I guess funny in a way. It has like some type of humor to it. But
Okay.
like I said, I only played it at my cousin's house. I never owned
Hmm.
it, so that's the one that I remember. Like, oh, I remember him liking it, and so
Okay.
I'll probably be looking that up at my
There
local
you go.
shops.
And then Quake Arena Arcade. I don't know what that is. I'm trying to think, like, is that like Quake, because Quake 3 is called Quake 3 Arena. So is that like Quake Arena Arcade? That's how I was like, what is that?
Man,
Like,
if someone knows, that'd be you, dude.
I know, man, I know. So this is like losing my card already here by saying that. Like, oh man, I should have known what that was already. Sorry, folks. I wish I knew. I think the only thing I've been given credit for was being a walking music encyclopedia of gaming music. That's that one for sure. That one is great. So yeah, okay, yeah, it looks like a version of Quake 3, but arcade like. So and let's see, Spongebob Squarepants. So if you want to get your SpongeBob on, like they've been added to the backwards compatible as well. Skate 2, um, Oddworld, which is a series I remember on PlayStation. I didn't play anything in the future, but oh my goodness! I just found a mini hidden gem in here with the backwards compatible.
You did?
Manhunt, Manhunt.
Oh yeah, Manhunt.
Oh, I remember that game. Man, thank goodness this came out when I was a little older. Because man, my mom would not let me play that game as a kid. Like, for anyone who's played the original Manhunt, I mean, now the graphics look like whatever, but my goodness, the kills were brutal in that game. That was nuts. I'm actually want to play this one on the Xbox. Now I have to find Manhunt for 360. Or no, I have to find Manhunt for Xbox
For
because it came out on the
Xbox.
original Xbox.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Manhunt! They added an old school Rockstar game. This is before Grand Theft Autos. Like the Grand Theft Auto 3 already came out, but this is like when they were like
Well,
multi-branching
yeah, they
more.
also got Max Payne, which is a Rockstar.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Dang,
they got
that,
multiple ones
that.
in here.
Oh man. Okay, yes. I will be needing to get that Manhunt in there,
I
along with, like I said before, Dead or Alive.
I think I also heard about the another hidden gem are the Otogi games, Otogi Myth of Demons and Otogi 2 Immortal Warriors. I
Okay.
heard those are really good. I heard that it's like a hack and slash game, but from software,
Hmm.
the guys who do
Otogi.
Dark Souls. So
Ooh.
yes, so I
Okay.
want to check that.
Okay.
I want to check those games out too.
So
And
that means
I
it's gonna be hard to tech.
yes,
Yes, it is.
yeah, so they have a lot. There's a huge list on online on
Yep.
Xboxes. Actually, we're looking up this list on IGN. IGN does have the full list. If you
Yep.
guys are interested in looking at what they have, you may have a copy of Disney's Chicken Little, walking around somewhere, and you're like, wow, I can now pop this on my Xbox Series X in 2021 and play Chicken Little or something like that. They also have Skate 2. We didn't mention Skate 2, but we know that's a popular series.
Yep.
Viva Pinata is also on there. Thrillville for those looking for
Yep.
those type of games. All multiple Star Wars games are on there.
I'm now
So
imagining people pulling out these older games we just said. Like someone has their copy of Chicken Little. They're taking it. They're taking it out of whatever box they put all their games away, and they're going like cleaning the dust off of it. I can play it again. Like, I can. Hey, man, because there might be someone who really loves that Chicken Little game. So, hey,
Yeah.
kudos, man. And not only did a whole lot of games get added, but now some games got that frames per second boost.
Yeah, going from 30 frames maximum to 60 frames. I don't know if there's any of them that go 120 that are from the original or 360 era, but these titles now are running at a smooth 60 frames per second, which some of them included what we've already discussed, like Chicken Little, Fear 1 and 3. Those are now added onto 60 frames per second, but a few notable ones that I'm really excited for to be playing at 60 frames per second is obviously the Fallout series. Being able to play Fallout 3 and Fallout, especially New Vegas, because it didn't get any update. Fallout 3 is running at 4K, and now it could be running up to 60 frames per second in its original format. But Fallout New Vegas had no updates at all. And now to be running at 60 frames, I actually did try this one in between Halo just to see it, and it looks amazing, man. I'm like, okay, now it looks legit. I'm pretty sure all you PC players, including Jesse, could be playing these already at like 500 frames and stuff. But for console, players like myself who just like to pop in a disc and let the system work and whatever, this is a godsend because Fallout New Vegas is so good, and for it to be running at 60 frames per second, making it feel so modern, so like up to date. Like, it's hard to play a 30 frames per second game when you've been playing 60 frames for so long now. So long, it's been a year, quote unquote. I'm acting like I've been playing forever, but it's true. It's one of those. I mentioned it a couple weeks ago that I was playing Guardians of the Galaxy, and it looks so good. It was running at 60 frames per second. It looks so good that I didn't know the pixels. I didn't know what resolution it was until Digital Foundry, a really good video YouTube website. They do amazing work on tech, inside tech and specs for games, but they said, oh, that 60 frames per second is really good, but it's at 1080p. I'm like, I could not tell that this was 1080p. And then I switched over to the 4K mode, which is 30 frames per second, and I'm like, okay, standing still, it looks good. When I start moving, it's jarring. I can't do 30 frames, and I jumped back to 60. I'm like, okay, this looks much better. And so to be playing Fallout New Vegas, basically any RPG on here is that much better with this frames boost. There's the Fallout series. You got Final Fantasy 13-2 and Lightning Returns. You got the Dragon Age, which I've never played. Mass Effect is my first BioWare introduction. So now I'm looking at those Dragon Age games to play after I beat Mass Effect 3. Those are my main ones. Anything that's RPG or even Gears, all the Gears of War games are updated. So, there's one, Gears of War Ultimate Edition. So that's the Xbox One game. Now it's playing 60 frames. But Jesse, what are you excited for on this list? This huge list of updated games.
You've already touched on a couple of them a second ago when you mentioned the Fear series is getting a bump to the FPS. So not only is it getting added, it's getting bumped. It's a double duty. The Gears of War franchise, and no lie, the Sonic franchise is actually getting a bump in FPSs as well. Because I loved Sonic Generations.
Yes.
Now that game was amazing. That game, I will gladly go back and do it over and over again. And yes, I know I have the PC version. Of course, it's already happening on PC, unlocked frames per second and resolutions and everything.
500 frames.
Yeah, 500 frames. That's going to be our new number. I play all my games at 500. If it's 490, can't even look at it. Get out of here.
And 9K.
9K?
Just so random.
I can't do that. My PC's not that powerful yet. I can't do that, but and then Sonic Unleashed was a 3D Sonic game that was actually pretty darn good. It's just that there were certain parts that had huge slowdowns, and the rendering was not that great. And at 30, my goodness, they were trying to do everything all at once. But now, running at a smooth 60 throughout, like you said, we are spoiled with 60 now. 60 is now going to become the standard. 60 is going to become the main standard for all games, which it already should be. 30 is what's considered playable. So,
Yeah.
like for people who are running to jump into a little PC discussion on it, like if you have like the lowest end PC like ever, like you build one on whatever budget that you can, you're trying to get things to run at least at 30. And at the 30 is barely where it's playable. If it's less than 30, not playable. That's when you're gonna get the super jumbles. That's where you're gonna get the super, like people like teleporting or like not going.
Yeah.
660 is that great area where whatever resolution you have, you want to try to keep it to 60. Nowadays, PCs and consoles are now able to do 60 as a baseline at 1080p. So 1080p is considered HD, and most PCs now can run way over 100 frames at 1080p. So that's what most people try to do, because 1080p is actually a really nice resolution for gaming. Honestly, like it's beautiful, and you could do over 100K. You could do over 60 FPS easy on 1080.
I was like 100K.
Yeah, no, excuse me, not 100K, like 100, like you could do over 100 FPS pretty easy with that. But now when you start to move to 4K and then QHD, so my monitor itself is 1440p, so it's like that smooth. It's that ground right between 4K and HD. So right now I'm trying to run everything at 1440 over 60. But the true most beautiful standard is 4K 60. That is like that, but that is everyone's PC who can do 4K 60. That's the upper echelon of PCs. That's like the multiple $1,000 PCs, because it takes a lot of power to run 4K at 60.
Which makes me happy about a lot of these consoles that some of them do have 4K 60. They do run 4K 60, and they're not that many. I don't think there's that many, because a lot of them do have that dynamic 4K. But if it can do up to 4K and 60 on some games, I feel like that's the biggest win. That's like, okay, damn, that's where my preferred is. Not 120 at 1080p.
No.
Not 30 at 4K. It's 4K 60 is where I'm at.
Yeah, 4K 60 is like top tier of what people try to run. If people have the high-end PCs, the very high-end PCs, 4K is what they're going to go for, and as best as they can to 60. Going over 60 FPS at 4K is really hard. Like most people have I think they have like the multiple graphic card setups to do that, and then or they have like the newest graphics cards that are out right now from what I've read. But right now I'm just running everything at 1440 over 60, so usually it goes to like 90 or 100. It's a sweet spot right there for me. But yeah, the consoles now have made their way technology-wise to match up. Now you just need a TV to match with it, so you better have a 4K TV, 4K TV to get all the beauty of it, and then at the same time, here's a little thing about it too. Like you'll get 60 FPS, but if you want to experience the over 60 FPS, you got to get the TVs now also have to be over a certain hertage as well. It has to be like over 60. You have to have it. Now TVs have hertz, like the 144, 120 hertz. So that's at least what I'm going to be looking for when I get the new TV, because I want to maximize the Xbox. I have the Xbox Series X, and I want to get the maximum. I want to play Halo at 4K at some point. I want to just bask in its beauty. I will bask in its beauty someday.
I'm really happy with this update. This update really brought me back to Xbox in terms of just where I was nostalgic wise. I was rethinking about it this week about just my days playing 360, and that was my main console for a while. Even with the PS3 when I eventually got it, because I didn't get a PS3 until much later. I didn't get it until almost 5 years after the gen started,
Mm-hmm.
and I was on 360, and the first game that I got for online was Left 4 Dead 2, and Xbox is doing something really good here. They're going above and beyond what we've normally had. We've
Yep.
always had. You have a new console, okay? It's most likely not gonna play the old games, and if that better. Now we're not just getting the old games back. Oh, hey, you have that Chicken Little game from when you were 5. Well, guess
Yep.
what? You're now 25, and you can put that game in, and it'll play. And
There you
it's
go.
weird. It's that nostalgic feeling of like, hey, I remember this guy. I remember Xbox where that's all I played, and they're bringing back all these games that I'm like, damn, I remember when Max Payne 3 came out and I was playing that. I remember getting hyped for Max Payne 3 because I played Max Payne 1 and 2. And like you played Manhunt as when you were older. Thank God that your mom didn't see you playing Manhunt.
Teenager, but man, she would still hate that game if she saw it like real playing. Like I would just like pause it every time she would come into the room, so that way she doesn't see like what's going on. Like nothing, I'm not playing anything. It's like, all right.
Like imagine buying Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith on Xbox, the original one, and holding on to it, and then your maybe your Xbox OG died like mine did. Maybe
Oh,
you didn't have the 360, which I don't think it played it, and you just hold on to it, and then you have an Xbox Series X, and this shows up that it's now you can pop that same disc in that you were 8 years old, and you can play it again. It's great. Xbox is on a different level by they actually do a celebration correct. Hey, on this
yep,
day, Halo is now free to play, available now,
yep.
multiplayer. Here's 76 games that you may have already, but they're now backwards compatible. And here's a bunch of games that now are running at 60 frames. They're really doing something unique that
Yeah.
Nintendo and Sony are not doing. They are not
Mhm.
looking at the past. They're looking at the past for sure to resell you the game. In a modern look. Give or
Yeah.
take, there's good ones. Demon Souls is,
Mhm.
is by far one of the best looking games this gen, and it's a remake, right? But
Yeah.
if I could play Demon Souls the original one at 60 frames per second, I would do it too because it's that charm. It's that old school charm of being able to just plug in a game and play. I need what, like maybe two, three systems in order to play everything from PlayStation, as opposed to Xbox. I literally can have one box and
Yep.
and have it set up, and it works. I can pop in an Xbox OG game. I can pop in a 360, an Xbox One, or an Xbox Series game, and it works. They
Yeah.
Xbox is just on another level of pro consumer. They're just on a
Mhm.
different level of hey, we understand that you have all these games and you probably have two, three systems. Let's put that down to one, and you just
There
have
you go.
one console to play. And this is Xbox's time to come back to have
Mhm.
that 360 level of respect from the gaming community as a whole, and
Mhm.
just tear it up. They have Bethesda now. They own
Yep.
Bethesda. All their games are gonna be for sure coming to Xbox. Even though they were already before, now they have
Mhm.
Microsoft's backing, and they could do even much more. We may have mashups. Who's to say
Mhm.
that one season we have Halo and you can get the Doomslayer.
Ooh, I can't wait for that. That'd be legit. Like,
It's crossovers like that.
dude, Doomslayer armor in Halo?
That's what I'm saying.
That would
Or
be legit.
you get
That is.
the helmet. It even has like a short description, like this helmet has seen some hell, or something like that.
Oh,
You
there
know,
you go.
that's what I'm enjoying. That's what I'm excited for the future of Xbox. For the first time, I can see it where they're going, where they want to go, and I'm like, yeah, I want to be there too. That that's what's calling out to me with all these announcements, all these celebrations is that um, they're back. Halo is back to where I remember it. Xbox is back with that same aura, that same feeling of coming home from school and playing Left 4 Dead, playing Halo
Yep.
Reach, playing Gears of War 2. All
Yep.
these games that I played once before are still playable now, probably better than before. And now
Mhm.
the games that are coming out now, new ones, are the same caliber. They're the same feeling. So for me, and I'm still experiencing new ones. I never played Lost Odyssey, a JRPG that one of our listeners was calling me out for, that he could not believe that I never played it.
Oh my
And
god, that was funny. That was funny when I saw that tweet.
I'm like, you know
I
what?
was like,
I'm gonna fix this. This is a game that I'll finish in 2022. Save this tweet, and I played the first 30 minutes, and I was floored. I was like, this is probably the best intro I've played in a very long time, especially with a
nice.
JRPG. Just because how usually they're typically slow to begin. This just started from the get go, like
Ooh.
super hard, and I'm like, damn, like, okay, I missed something with this one, and I'm so happy that it's playable on my Series X and it's not locked to a system that I don't have.
Yes. I think the option is like we have options where we're having everything on the Series X is amazing. And then there's going to be some of those purists that really want to play it on the original console.
Yeah,
They don't want to on another console. They don't care about backwards compatibility because they already have it, but the option is best to choose. Like that's the option. If I have many options of ways to play it, I'm going to play it more likely. I also love the meme that you actually sent back with the Obi-Wan Kenobi. I have failed you. I was like, oh, my Star Wars nostalgia was starting to explode again right there. I was like, yes. I'm gonna watch Episode 3 now. Now that we've talked about it twice. Now that we talked about it twice, I'm gonna see it again. It's um, but yeah, there's so many things on Xbox right now. Backwards compatibility from what you've played, or the newest things coming out. There's a plethora of things to play. Whatever you want. There's so much out there.
old and new. So especially with
Yeah.
this with these updates, yeah, there's so many games that I think everybody will have a backlog of some kind.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Everyone's gonna either the new stuff or the weird stuff. We'll see.
There's that sound again. It's time for the boss pick of the week. This week's pick is Jesse's week. Jesse, what do you have for us this week? Which boss?
Alrighty. So, um, little sneak peek, of course, from the following episode for everyone who voted on the Bosskey Podcast list. RPGs was the next areas that we're going to be talking about. So I did got mini inspired to pick more of an RPG style boss. So from one of my earliest gaming memories, my boss pick of the week is Smithy. So this is Smithy is probably a name that you will know of more if you've played this game. He is from Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. So my first RPG. He is the final boss character of this game, and I have the most memories with him because, again, my first RPG that I played, how I got introduced to the series, and I've beaten this game so many times, I actually could not wait to get to his boss battle. So, Smithy, the primary antagonist again of that game, is the leader of the Smithy Gang, which is a machine type race that is trying to take over the world by getting rid of the power of wishes and fill the world with weapons. So he wants to turn the world into a dark, gray, weapons filled, war filled world. And the thing I remember about Smithy the most is he has a big, gigantic. he's a machine, but he has a regal type look. He looks like a king, and which as he should. He's the leader.
Yeah.
He's the leader of the gang. White beard, huge crown, and a huge sledgehammer. So this was also really memorable for me because it was also a boss battle that you have to fight with Bowser, which normally was your enemy in all the Mario games. But you're actually tag teaming with him to save his castle.
Is it one of those the enemy of my enemy is my friend? That's
now,
pretty cool.
The premise of the game itself is because, of course, it always starts out with Bowser versus. It always starts off versus Bowser versus Mario in the beginning, always. But this new enemy known as Smithy again, he comes in from a huge sword that lands right on the castle, and that's where you get, like, if you were to ever Google like the image of Super Mario RPG, you will see the image of a sword stabbed into Bowser's castle, which is his sword that came from the heavens. So this is the final battle that's done in 2 waves. And I remember just his initial battle theme that came in again. It just and then it's this guy with a gigantic sledgehammer that just comes into you. Boom! And he has like the most powerful magic attacks ever. He has and then I remember his usual first attack is like, I think I forgot the official name of it, but his first attack ever, whenever he hits you, is a huge column that just lands on all 3 of you. Boom! Like just like that, and everyone just gets hit right away. And he's always summoning small minions as he's coming as he's battling as well. So after you actually go through that, he actually has the second form, which takes place underground. Now, the problem is this guy, Smithy, he absolutely keeps hitting the floor, which causes the foundations to shake. They even have like a little cutscene to say, hey, the foundations are kind of shaking. Like, hey, this wasn't meant to, the battle is not meant to take so many hits. And then he doesn't care, and then everyone falls to like machine hell. There's like machine skulls and machine parts everywhere. And then you fight the true Smithy, which he has about 4, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different heads that you have to combat, and each head had its own type of ability. Like the tank head has the most physical attack, and it also has the one-shot kill on you, so it could be the one-shotter. And then the magic head has really low defense, but has the most powerful magic attacks that hit everybody. And then he has a blockhead where he not only can regenerate some of his health, but he has the highest defense. So that's the head where you're going like, oh, shoot. And then he has the treasure head, where he has the treasure head, which gives a random status ailment to all the characters. So, again, the things that I remember most about this boss was the battle itself, the battle itself, the theme, everyone coming together, and this guy had 8,000 hit points. It was a long, long battle. But he is my childhood RPG boss of all time. If anyone, like I've mentioned a lot of times before, to play Super Mario RPG Legend of the 7 Stars.
You have.
Great game. Yes, I have. I'm going to keep saying it until people play it. Sorry, that's just how it is. It is a fantastic RPG in the sense, yes, it's a little simpler compared to if you play Final Fantasy or if you play anything from today. Yes, it's bare bones simple. 3 items that you just need to worry about, and progression. Everyone progresses like kind of at the same time, but it is a memory. It is a beautiful RPG that I love, and I love it from for the final boss battle. That Smithy is the boss that I remember the most in any RPG.
That's a good one.
So yes, Smithy from Super Mario RPG Legend of the 7 Stars is my boss, my machine boss, the boss. He's the leader of everything. Take over the machines. Basically, just call Smithy Skynet. Just make him Skynet. He's Skynet. He's just trying to. He's creating Terminators everywhere, and he also creates a lot of the machines when he's battling with you as well. So, I also remember one thing from the first form a little side character releases like some goo, and then he's welding enemies to fight against as you're fighting against him too. So, it's so good. I just want to fight him again, but man, I have to go through the process of playing Mario RPG again. But I'm probably gonna YouTube the battle again, and yeah, just play, guys. That's my RPG. That's one of my RPG memories that I've had, and I'm going to have many more in the future coming up because thank you to yourself, Josh. You reminded me of other games that really are RPGs. So, we'll be coming up with that very soon.
That'll be our next episode.
Yep, we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be RPG. We're gonna see how good my knowledge is or not is of this type of game. But I'm gonna do my best.
Okay, yeah, and then just before we go, I wanted to give out a reminder that there's a bunch of sales going on right now in digital format and physical. We are recording this the week before Thanksgiving, so there's already some Black Friday deals going on. I know Xbox has a huge sale going on. PlayStation also has their own sale. Best Buy, just as a quick thing, I got. Let me see. I got Nier Replicant. This is all for Xbox. Nier Replicant, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Yakuza Like a Dragon, which...
Oh, thank you so much, everyone, for answering my tweet about Yakuza.
Yeah. I know you were asking about that. This is a good one. And Guardians of the Galaxy, again, I have it on PlayStation 5, but it was so good that I was like, you know what? I'm going to play it again and beat it and probably get all the achievements on Xbox just because of how good that game was. And,
how much is it again on Black Friday right now? The Guardians of the Galaxy Xbox?
Guardians of the Galaxy on Xbox for at Best Buy is like $30 right now.
Dude, I gotta get that for Xbox Series X.
It's $30. I don't know if it'll still be up by the time you listen to this. It is up $30. I have been tweeting it, so a lot of people did like that though. That I tweeted out the Guardians because I saw some people did catch it for that price and even lower because they have points and stuff like that. But
no promises here on every single sale item. We're doing the best as we can to upload it as soon as possible, but at the moment we're recording this, it's on sale, so it might change.
Yeah, it might change, but the Xbox is running until December 2nd, so for sure that was a good week and a half. So there's a lot of good sales on all platforms. Basically, just look out. Just as a reminder, if you are going out on Black Friday shopping, be careful. That $10 shirt or sweater is not worth fighting some random people, and that $200 TV is not worth it. This is mostly for our U.S. people who take black shopping like an Olympic sport. It's not worth it.
Yeah, guys, we would rather you be safe and sound and as best as you can with whatever you're doing. So please be very careful with everything that's going on out there because the world can be really crazy.
Yeah, I worked retail on multiple Black Fridays, and it's bad. You see the worst in people in terms of grabbing stuff and calling things theirs before anything else is finalized. But just be careful. Sales are going out. You can always shop like a lot of people do online already on Amazon.
Yeah.
But that's our week show. A lot of basically Halo and Xbox updates. Really excited for what they've shown out, what they've announced, and excited to play more on the platform, more so than I have in a long time.
Can't wait to jump on that campaign when that comes out, baby.
yes, that's what I'm excited.
I'll be jumping on that when Halo comes out again, and maybe I should just. I heard the campaign for 5 is not super long. I should probably just beat that.
I never beat it. I probably got
never beat it
3/4 of the way through, and I'm like, it's a slog.
Oh, But is it like one of those things where we have to beat 5 so we can get the story, or can
I
we
don't
just go right to can we just go right to Infinite?
I don't know. I was even willing to just look it up on YouTube and okay, what
Oh
happened?
no!
What happened? I know that's a sin,
5.
but
I
I
know.
played Halo. I played the gameplay. It wasn't for me, but I just want to know.
Ah,
Okay, what happened? Because I played them all, except I finished them all too. I did ODST, Reach, 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 was not one that I could. And I
oh,
think
5.
I heard more that Halo Wars is more of the one that we should be playing.
Oh, I just downloaded that on my PC.
Yeah, anybody who's
Yeah.
listening that knows about this more than us, is Halo Wars more I guess suited to learn about the because I
The
think
lore.
that one of the main villains is from Halo Wars. So
Okay.
I think it's best or it's better to play that one instead of 5. I'm not sure. You guys can let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know which one is more preferred to play before Infinite. And this is knowing that we know nothing about the story. So it may be right, it may be wrong. I don't know.
Let us know which Halo is the best Halo, or just complete it for goodness sake. And right now, Halo 5 you can still only play on the Xbox One
It's
or
the
Series X.
it's the
It's no
only
PC
true
version of that.
it's the only
Yeah.
true exclusive for Xbox.
Yep. I don't think they're ever gonna release that one on PC. I think this is gonna be straight. That's gonna stay on the Xbox forever.
I
Or
don't
maybe like
know.
maybe like 20 years from now. Maybe like 10
Yeah.
years from now. Yeah, I can do it now when I'm like 44. Like now I can do it if I want to.
Well, with that, you guys be safe this holiday.
Yep.
We'll catch you guys on the next week episode, and yeah, we love you guys.
Coming out sooner than you think. We love you guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. All your tweets and your quote tweets and everything is awesome. We love you guys, and we love doing this for you, and we're gonna keep doing it as much as we can.
Okay, sounds good, man.
All right.
Later, you guys.